Well, I'm not sure exactly what I have planned for the day, but I started off this morning with doing a little editing from yesterday, and definitely considering getting the motor pulled out of this car to start off. But I think we're gonna do some more cleanup outside. I've been rearranging some of the things and getting some of the stuff moved so I can get my garage started to be built. Well, we let the chickens run outside for the day. Give them a chance to try and run away from all the gnats, because we just have a ton of gnats around here. They're kind of driving me nuts already this morning. But big plan for today is all these grills, all of these fenders and door parts. I really hate to throw them in the scrap metal, but it's kind of looking like that's where they might end up. I bought them at an auction. I really didn't have a use for them, but they were rust free, and auctions are addictive. So I sold a couple of them, but I ended up with like 20 doors in one day, and most of them are all passenger side. I bought all those old body style and all these square bodies at the same time. Boy, she's mouthy. I bet it's because she just laid me an egg. Usually she gets all loud like that when she gives me an egg. Check it right now and see if we got an egg this morning. That's really weird, because we have 3 eggs, but she should lay me a white egg, and none of these are white. This is one of my new chickens that is starting to lay. He's a little tiny guy. But I don't know why she was getting all loud like that, because there's no white eggs in there. I gotta clean that cage out too. But anyway, I'm gonna take these eggs inside and go see if I can follow her, because she's probably gonna go lay an egg somewhere else. I haven't been getting very many white eggs, so I'm afraid that they're in a pile somewhere, and that's usually what we end up happening. We'll end up finding a dozen or 2 eggs. Man, there's gnats crawling on the camera even. Anyway, I'm gonna take these inside. So, you know, cats will have babies and hide them in places. So this is the big tree in the front of my house. Check out what we have hidden inside the tree here. We have 2 little kittens inside the hole of this tree, which is a big hole inside of this huge monster tree. Kind of alarming to find a hole that large, but I saw her, the mom, take the cats up in the tree, and there's 2 of them. Well, we got a bunch of cleaning done, and the sun is almost still shining. However, it is raining. We got a bunch of stuff moved, kind of cleaned up in this area, and definitely still looks like a mess, but we're getting there. But it's almost 5 o'clock, and I have to go to Menards to order the building. So we haven't done that yet, and today's the last day of a special. So we're gonna go in right now and get it ordered. So that way, it's supposed to take like 15 days. And I should have the building here. We did just get back from Menards and just spent thousands of dollars. So when the building gets complete, I'll do a full breakdown of what I spent on it, but it's going to be probably over $30,000 just to get the building with the concrete. So it'll be a good investment, because I need to get all this stuff so that way it doesn't look like this anymore. Well, I just talked to the inspector about the site plan, so I kind of came out here and staked out what we're going to do. This is just the halfway point. So what's going to happen is the corner of the garage, I'm guessing, is going to come back to here, and so the new garage will be all here, and then to that pole I'm thinking about pouring concrete, or not concrete, but gravel, and having this much of my yard turned into gravel so that I have enough room to turn around with a car and be able to pull inside the garage, and I'll be able to back out and actually have some room back here too. I might shorten this pole up a little bit, but I was more or less trying to get a measurement to the property line so that I can make a site plan. But as I feel right now, somewhere between here and maybe 5 foot up is where I want to pour gravel, and then I'm going to have a driveway that comes all the way around and be able to turn and pull right into the back of the garage. So, because we're going to put one door on the back of this building, and that way when I put the front of the garage up, we'll put a door on the other side. But hopefully it all works out. I don't see why they'd have any issues with this site. It's nice and pretty level as it is. I did take a lot of the topsoil and kind of started moving it down there with my plow before I talked to the concrete guy who's gonna finish it, because a plow is not the same as a bobcat or a skid steer. It kind of worked, and I'm sure if I wanted to continue to screw around for a few more hours I could dig more out, but it's just not going to be worth it at this point. So I have to still move a couple of these things over here today and make sure I have this path done, because I'm assuming, which this is super muddy and I should not have walked in it. Yuck. I'm assuming they're going to come back through here with his trailers, and they're going to be unloading the skid steer and stuff to start framing this out and getting it cleaned up. But I hope to take a couple inches of this dirt, push it to the back of the yard, and then put gravel on top of it, so that way hopefully the weeds don't grow back as fast. Yeah, I'd love to have it all cement or blacktop, but that's some pricey. So we're gonna stick with gravel, because obviously I'd be blacktopping from the street all the way around, and yeah, we ain't won the lottery yet, so we're not gonna be doing that here. But I'm gonna finish getting this stuff cleaned up so I can start working on my car. I got the hood off, and I'm really anxious to get the engine out and figure out what actually went wrong. So get back to cleaning up here. Well, I'd say so far we've had a pretty productive day. Got almost everything moved out of there. I got that big tank loaded up in the back of my truck to move, and then I'm going to move the trailer that was back there. Most of the stuff is off the side of the garage, with the exception of a couple pieces of a couple hoods and some sheet metal. Still have some stuff in the alley, but overall I think we're doing pretty good. He comes tomorrow morning to start to move the dirt and get the ground all fixed so that he can pour the concrete. And I also got the engine out of the car, and so once it gets dark I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing torn down so I can figure out what actually happened to my oil pressure. So should be a really productive day. Just a few more things to move, so awesome. Well, it's Tuesday morning and I pretty much was successful. Got a nice path all the way through here. I got everything moved out of the backyard and kind of reorganized over to the side there. So we should have a new garage here within a very short period of time. We're actually pulling up right now with the forms, start setting it up. So shouldn't be too long, and I should have a nice concrete pad, and hopefully a month from now I have a building to stand inside of and put all my junk in.